Hey, New Orleans, whether you're catching up
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
All right, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in this live. Big Q representing the mighty Who Dat Nation of Sports Coma. We up in this thing, man. We did a stream earlier today, but of course later on in the day, the Saints had the day off, but they did sign a linebacker to help out the team. We talked about the room could use some more athleticism, and the Saints picked up a veteran linebacker that can actually more than likely help the Saints, maybe not in a starting capacity, but more certainly giving the room more veteran experience, with it being said. So let's hop right into this article right here. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Big Q representing the mighty Who Dat Nation. Much love to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Let's go. Saints signed Deion Jones to a one-year deal. Deion Jones, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Atlanta Falcon, LSU Tiger. We got another Tiger, Barry and Brown. We got another Tiger on the team, and Deion Jones. So let's get it right into this article right here. As the Saints are signing Deion Jones and brings a former LSU standout and New Orleans native home while strengthening one of our most important depth competitions of the training camp. The Saints are signing a 31-year-old linebacker to a one-year contract, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. The financial terms were not immediately disclosed. Jones is not arriving to replace projected starters Kaden, Elliss, or Pete Werner. Instead, the veteran gives defensive coordinator Brandon Staley an experienced reserve who has played all three downs, produced turnovers, and have handled special teams work during a 10-year NFL career. The move also carries strong Louisiana connection because Jones grew up in New Orleans. He attended Jesuit High School and played for LSU before being selected by the Falcons in the second round of the 2016 draft. Now, after spending time with every NFC South franchise, Jones is finally coming home. So Jones brings experience in turnover production. He built his reputation in Atlanta as one of the NFL's fastest coverage linebackers. He started 83 games across 6 years with the Falcons, earned a Pro Bowl back in 2017. He exceeded 100 tackles in each of his 5 seasons with the Falcons, proving he could stay around the football as a full-time defender. His career numbers also show why he became such a dangerous coverage linebacker as well. Jones recorded 761 tackles, 12 sacks, 13 picks, and 128 games of action. According to Reuters, he returned 5 of those for touchdowns. Now, that ball production separates him from the typical late summer edition. His peak years may be behind him, but his instincts, his route recognition, his experience communicating against NFL offenses still carry good value. Now, the Saints are not asking him to become the 2017 version of Debo. They need him to diagnose plays quickly, provide reliable depth, and help young linebackers prepare for meaningful reps. His recent role offers a realistic projection. Jones spent the last 2 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, moving between the active roster and practice squad before settling into a reserve and special teams role. He played 17 games in 25 and recorded 29 tackles, and 16 of them were solo, according to the Buccaneers. He did not record a sack or a pick. Those numbers provide the clearest picture of what New Orleans should expect from Deion Jones, no longer a player who must stay on the field for every defensive package. However, he has shown that he can contribute in a limited role and remain available throughout a full season. That matters during training camp. The Saints need more dependable veterans behind their projected starters, especially while injuries and position changes create uncertainty at the second level. Now, with him, in addition to adding Deion Jones into the Saints linebacker room, how does that make the linebacker room look now? As you can see, Kaden Elliss, the top of the depth chart remains unchanged. As you guys know, Kaden Elliss returned to the Saints after 3 seasons with the Falcons and expected to play a central role in Staley's defense. Elliss started 17 games in 2025, producing 107 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 10 quarterback hits, and 6 pass breakups. Pete Werner remains the other presumed starter and must take on a larger leadership role following Demario Davis's departure to the Jets. Meanwhile, second-year linebacker Danny Stutsman has received first-team repetitions during camp and remains one of the room's most important developmental players. Now, the competition, as you can see here, Kaden Elliss, and this is them on the roster in terms of what their role is as well. Kaden Elliss projected starter and versatile three-down defender. Pete Werner projected starter with experience in coverage against the run. Danny Stutsman, young challenger, receiving first-team opportunities. Deion Jones there, as you can see, experienced reserve and special teams option. Jalen Ford, young depth linebacker entering his third year. Isaiah Stahlberg is, of course, special teams candidate. Jackson Sermon, developmental depth competing for a roster position. And Anthony Jennings, a bigger edge setting linebacker who offers a different body type and role to the team. So Jones adds experience without blocking Stutzman's growth. In fact, his knowledge could help the younger linebacker improve his route recognition, communication, and preparation on the defense. So this is a good move. Now, what sparked this move here for the Saints? The timing of the move is notable because defensive end Chris Rumph, who was basically converted to a linebacker, recently began working there, but left Thursday's practice with an ankle issue. The Saints have not indicated the seriousness of the injury, yet he missed time. His missed time creates an immediate need for some practice depth. So if Chris Rumph, the second ankle issue, and then a couple of the next day the Saints sign Deion Jones, it lets us know that Chris Rumph, the second, more than likely will miss some time, for the team. So that was interesting because they seen Rumph as a veteran coming into the linebacker room. They expected Rumph to provide some oomph, some experience there, because remember, he played in Staley's defense when he was with the Chargers. That's why he played so good with the Saints last year, earning a spot to come back. So it's too bad for Chris Rumph, but it appears that he could be might miss some time based on him signing a player right away. So Jones can step into drills without requiring the same team teaching period as an inexperienced free agent. He's played in multiple defensive systems, understands coverage adjustments, and his extensive experience for facing NFC South opponents. It's just a one-year deal. Also protects the Saints if another linebacker misses time during the preseason. At worst, Jones gives the defense another professional body for camp. At best, he wins a roster spot as a dependable reserve and a special teams contributor. So there you go. The Saints making moves, man, and on their off day and picking up Deion Jones to join the Saints. And I think it's a good move because we talked about needing some athleticism here. Now, we know Deion Jones, 10 years in the game, 31 years old, kind of his prime years are behind him, but he's a guy in increment that could still give you a spark on defense that can actually help you do some things. So this is pretty positive if as long as you look at it and see what the Saints are doing. So improving the linebacker room is something key that the black and gold really needed to do. So we'll see what's happening with Chris Rumph later on, more than likely tomorrow. We'll get some information from Kellen more about Chris Rumph to see what's going on with there. Welcoming in Deion Jones. Welcome to the team. Another LSU Tiger is on the team to help the defense. So this is a good vet addition to the linebacker room. Does this help the Saints improve their defense? Yes, it does, because Deion Jones is a good coverage linebacker. Even though he's not in the prime of his career, he still has that athletic ability. He still has that wherewithal. He still has that experience that can fit into that Staley defense. So getting him and having him there and then having other guys there to compete, that's a good thing for the Saints defense, because people talked about this the other day. Family members mentioned they had concerns about the linebacker room. They had concerns about the cornerback room, but at least the Saints kind of picked up on that, and they did bring Deion Jones in. And I think this helps the defense and in the capacity. Special teams are a reserve player, or a player that can step in if somebody is not there. You get what I'm saying? You can kind of rely on that. So anyway, that's what I got for y'all on this. Y'all chime in. Let me know how y'all feel about the addition of Deion Jones. Fill up the chat. Will Deion Jones help the Saints? Do you see Deion Jones as a upgrade to help the defense? Did we get better with the addition of Deion Jones? Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. This are their numbers on the NFC South winner: plus 200 for the Bucks, plus 240 for the Saints, plus 310 Falcons, plus 330 for the Carolina Panthers. Go to FanDuel Sportsbook, get your bet on, and get you some money. Bet responsibly. Deion Jones joins the Saints, ladies and gentlemen. 1-year deal. Improves the defense. In my estimation, I think it's a good sign for the Saints to go out and get Deion Jones that could bring some athletic ability. He's a playmaker. And it has a head for the ball, always around the ball. Plus, he plays special teams I like it, man. I think it helps us on that side of the ball, plus especially in that linebacker room. That's all I got, fam. I'm gonna holler at you on the next one. Much love, peace, and who that takes.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thehootitdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thehootdatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.